Hello, girls. Oh my goodness. And guys, if you're listening, today's episode, we're diving right into it. It's all about the art of detachment. What is detachment? Why does everyone talk about it when it comes to relationships? And that's the specific topic we are going to talk about because I have been really tapping into detaching when it comes to relationships. I feel like I have mastered detachment when it comes to my manifestations because that is one of the biggest keys when it comes to manifestation is detaching from the outcome, not being attached to what the outcome is going to be, but just knowing what you want and why you want it. Like, for example, if I want to manifest let's say I want to manifest a new house, right? Yes, getting super clear on what I want the house to feel like, look like, smell like, feel like is important. But it's also so important not to be attached to like, I want this house in, Manhattan on 5th Street. I don't even know if Fifth Ave. Okay, on 5th Ave with the crossroads of whatever, with, the third house in right next to a garbage can. I don't know, I'm making it up. But like, yes. So like how do I explain this? Let me breathe. There's a difference between knowing exactly what you want and being open to it not being it. And that's what detachment is. So getting so fucking clear on the type of person you want. Let's go back to relationships, right? So if you are looking to call in your life partner, your man, your soulmate, your ride or motherfucking die, yo mans, and you get so fucking clear on the qualities of like your non-negotiables, get out of the attachment of how it's going to happen, of who it's going to be, because that's when we're really able to manifest the most important things, like the most important qualities of the thing. So it's so interesting because me and my friends are all really diving into this when it comes to dating and relationships. I feel like we're all like going through this similar topic of like detachment and, all this like dating in this era of our life because oh my gosh, dating in your 30s is the fucking best because you know exactly what you want. Well, most of us do. We've been through our 20s, like 10 years of, oh my gosh, I've seen 777 twice so far. I placed an order at Starbucks and my drink total was 777 and then I just saw a license plate 777. So, yes. What was I saying? Me and my friends were all going through this dating era, like being really open to it and learning how to just really date now. So let's really dive into what it means to detach from dating and detach from a relationship. So I want you to understand this. If you start dating a man, right? If you start dating a man and you start creating all these stories in your head and you're like, oh my gosh, he's the one, he's perfect, he has this, he has that, like really almost putting him on a pedestal, you are going to become attached to him. Now, there's nothing wrong with feeling like, oh, this guy has it all, but really being in the mindset of if it's not him, it's always someone better. And I don't need him, but I want him. And it's a very interesting topic to explain because it just is. Like it's like no one really teaches us how to detach, why it's important to detach, right? And like I always say the same thing. I ask my friends all the time. I'm like, why are there some people in life who find their soulmate at so young and they are just happily ever motherfucking after? And we're like, well, that's their story. That's just their story. And it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you if you are not in a relationship and you're in your 30s. And there's, it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with them either. It's just their story, right? And so I've learned to accept that I am in my 30s and I've been single for a long time and I'm ready to date. I'm dating. I'm open to it, all the things. And it's okay that I am not in a serious relationship right now. It's okay. And actually, to be honest, this summer, I don't want to be. And I've actually never said that before, and I'm really excited about that because I feel like that's also a big part of detachment. And, not for nothing, everyone always says when you are not looking for it, it comes. Universe, do you hear me? So yeah, the reason why I want to be single this summer is because I am now so open to dating that I want to date. I want to date. I want to date. I want to date. I want to experience the men on this earth. I want to experience all my mother freaking options, because when you think about it this way, once you settle down, if you're like into monogamy, which is like you just date one person, which I am, like once he's my person, if you're into that, then it's like once you settle down, you ain't gonna go on another date with another man. So if you are single right now, enjoy it. Oh my gosh, enjoy it, enjoy it, enjoy it. People always said that to me too, and I'm like, yeah, I'm enjoying it. Like, come on. But I wasn't really fully putting myself out there. And putting yourself out there is also another thing. Like, it's an energy, right? Another thing that, oh my gosh, this one thing that's really helped me and my friends is, not judging men. So me and my friends have like really came to this realization that sometimes we judge men. And it's so mean, like when you think about it. And it's not like intentionally judging. It's not like, ew, he like wears white socks. Ew, he has this. Ew, he doesn't do that. It's not like judging like that. It's more so kind of making up a story that we don't even know is fucking real. And sometimes the judging is a little, just not cool. And I don't know where it comes from. Maybe it's like a protective mechanism. Us powerful women, we get to be very protective over ourselves when we are dating men. And so maybe that's it. I don't know. But we realize that when you go into dating, a beautiful way to not be attached to it is understanding what you want from it. Because if you want a relationship, that you're going to be attached to that. If you are just going into it like, you know what? I don't care where this goes. I just want to connect and have a great experience. There's no attachment to an outcome in that. You're just focusing on like what your intention is, which is enjoying the moment. And so when I started doing that in dating, oh my goodness, like the dates got even better. Like the men got even better and the experiences got even better. And I feel like for me in my past, I would go on these dates. Oh, it has to be this way, it has to be that way. So serious. And yes, it's very important to make sure that this person is aligned with you. Y'all connect. But another thing that I've been doing this summer, even though it's only been like a month, a couple weeks, a thing that I've been doing for a couple weeks is not being so serious. I've been telling my friends this. I'm in the energy for this summer of dating as if I'm in high school again, but with like an adult supervision, meaning I'm going to be dating with not so much like care / seriousness, but, hear me out. I am definitely going to make sure that whoever I'm dating is aligned and I feel connected with him. So it's not that I'm not caring who I'm dating. Like that kind of sounded like I don't care. So let me rephrase that. Gosh, having a podcast is so interesting because you really got to be careful what you say. Got to really explain and really learn how to communicate. Oh, which is another pillar when it comes to relationships. I've always wanted to like really just focus a podcast on relationships because I am obsessed with talking about it. I don't know what it is. I just really love talking about relationships. So it's not that I don't care about who I'm dating. Like I do care. I'm just not going to be so serious. So I'm going in with high school energy, but just making sure that like this person is aligned with my core values and he's aligned with my non-negotiables. And here's another thing. Okay, so let's say I have a list, right, of 20 non-negotiables. Let's just make up that number, okay? Let's say I have 20. I am still going to go on a date with him even if I just know that he checks off 5 non-negotiables. because I'm not taking it so serious. I'm just going for the experience. Let's move on into talking about, what did I say? Communication? Is that what I said? Yes, communication. Okay, we all hear people say, communication is the key to relationships. Communicate, communicate, communicate. Okay, great. We understand. Let's go another layer deeper. What does it mean to communicate, girls? You know what it does? You know what it means that a lot of women are not doing? Express your feelings. Now, it's also very important to sit with yourself before you throw all these feelings on your person, because also, like, men are different than women. There's this book that's called Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, and I highly recommend, if you're like dating right now, if you're a man or a woman, get this book because it explains for both. And if you are also like, if you date the same sex, you can still get this book because it really just talks about men as like the masculine energy and women as the feminine energy, and like really understanding the both parts of it, because there are some men that are very feminine and there are some men that are very masculine, and there are some men that know how to be both. So communication looks like I said, looks like expressing your feelings. And the reason why I say that is because I'm going to give you an example. Not a personal story, but it's like a real story from a friend. So I have a friend who, it's her birthday. She is dating this guy, kind of. Yeah, they're dating. So she's dating this guy, and birthdays are important to her. It makes her feel loved. It makes her feel cared about. It makes her feel like if someone comes to her birthday and goes out of their way to be there, it makes her feel very loved. So this guy that she's dating has told her in the past that he barely celebrates his birthdays because he's not big into birthdays. So guess what happened? It's her birthday. Guess what happened? He chose, because he really chose, right? You don't have to do anything. We choose our things. He chose to work. And so she comes to me. She's a little upset. I asked her, I said, did you tell him how you, like, what it means to you when people show up for your birthday and why you really want him there, basically? Like, does he know why it's so important to you? Like, where you're feeling right now? And she's like, not really. And then I asked her, I'm like, how does he feel about birthdays? And it's really the complete opposite. So in this situation, it is so important as a woman to share how you feel about this with the man, but not blaming him, like taking ownership, like, hey, I've noticed I am feeling XYZ because it means XYZ to me when blah, 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 right? So it's not like, hey, I am really upset with you because you are not there for my birthday. That's not taking ownership. So you really want to take ownership of like your feelings in the moment, but still express them and be like, hey, I noticed I am feeling XYZ because XYZ. You feel the difference? And so that's a beautiful way to communicate, especially with men. I mean, honestly, with everyone, like taking ownership of your feelings and not putting it on them. Not like, oh, I feel sad because you aren't here. Like, no. I am sad because I love it when people, XYZ. But like, just not blaming it on the person. And so all of this to say, oh my gosh, I think I'm about to sneeze. All of this to say, in the past, if you've had a partner who, when you express how you feel, right? Like if this is going through your head, no, Jess, I can't express how I feel because in the past with my ex, when I used to say how I felt, he told me I was too much. He told me I'm dramatic. He told me I'm a bitch. He told me, all I do is complain. He told me I'm not happy. He was not the man for you. The real man, a real man, even if it's not the man, a real man will not get mad at you for sharing how you feel. He will not. A man's job on this earth is to feel needed and to feel like he can fix things. And so this is, it's such a beautiful topic to talk about, especially when you're like consciously dating, like being very aware of the people you're dating. Like as we get older, we just become, well, most of us become more conscious and aware of like our desires. But yeah, when you're with a real man, he's not going to get mad at you. And so what's really healing is dating real men. Oh my gosh, dating real men is so healing because you can really learn how to be open, be vulnerable, and be in your feminine energy and not feel like you have to like fix everything and do everything and make sure that he's the one always okay. It's like a man wants to provide that to us women. They really do. They love that. They crave that. Ooh, this is why I love real men. Real men. Real men. How many times did I say real men? Wow. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's all I have to talk about on this subject right now. Again, I'm not a relationship coach. I am far from perfect, but I do know that this is legitimate. This is real and this stuff works. And, you know, I am sharing my experience. So take it how you want it. But play with it. You know, nothing changes if nothing changes. And if you keep attracting the same type of men in your life, there's somewhere at a subconscious level that your subconscious mind is attracting that man. And so how do you fix that? You change your belief at a subconscious level of what you desire and what you want in a man. And how do you do this? There's many ways to do this. You can do this through EFT tapping, through journaling, through doing subconscious work. So if you need support, send me a DM on Instagram at jessica.tellian. And I would love to hear from you, to hear how you like this episode. I loved it. I really like talking about this stuff. It's fun. So I hope you guys have a beautiful day. I hope you're loving these car podcasts. I am going to be popping on video, obviously, at least, you know, as much as I can. But yeah, I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.